Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review on a product by Benefit, and it is one of their boxed blushes called the Rockateur. And this is a color that came out fairly recently, I'd say a month or two ago. And I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this up just because I felt like it looked like so many other colors, sorry, nose itches, that I had. So I wasn't quite sure about it. And I had heard some interesting comments and some interesting reviews saying that it really wasn't a blush, that it was more of one of their, like, I think Dandelion is the one that's like, it's just supposed to be like a face powder. And so that's why I kept going, oh, do I really need this? Because I looked at Dandelion 100 times and I never really felt the need to purchase it. Then I saw Jalapeno 2007 Heidi's review on it, and I think she did a comparison. I forget what it was, but whatever it was in her video, it sent me over the edge and I decided to pick it up. And it's a beautiful color, and I have it on my cheeks right now, and I will put the link on the side here showing how I apply it. I just use a blush brush. It's very easy to apply, but it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. It originally comes, it has a little bit more of like, what's that called? When just the top of it has like more of a shimmer to it than the actual product. And as I said, a lot of people have mentioned that this wasn't truly a blush, that it was more of a face powder or a highlighter. Now I'm going to show you a couple things. Now that is a swatch of it right there on my finger, and it doesn't really look like much, but I'm going to show you a couple things. Mac's Dainty was one of the first things that I thought looked very similar to it, and it really does. And then also the Lorac Exposed blush. Again, I think the Lorac has a little bit more pigmentation to it. And then the last thing I thought of just recently was the MAC Stereo Rose. That's probably, the MAC Stereo Rose is a little bit more peach. The MAC Stereo Rose is right here. So it kind of depends on your thoughts on this, because I typically use the MAC Stereo Rose as a highlighter. These other blushes I use as a blush. So I think it could be used either way. I can use it right now as that blush because I am a little bit paler. I have the fairer skin, but I think when I get a little bit darker, so okay, let's see here. So this one is the Rockateur, this one is the MAC Dainty, this one is the Lorac, and then that one is the Stereo Rose. So if you see, it does have decent, it's not horrible pigmentation, and that was just that initial swatch. So again, it's going to depend on your skin tone. If you are a medium to darker skin tone, it is going to be more of a highlighter product on you. If you're a medium light or light medium on down to, you know, a light or fair skin, it could definitely be used as a blush on you. I use my Bobbi Brown say that 3 times fast. Bobbi Brown blush brush. And I find that that's a nice, dense, thick blush brush, and it puts on the product very well and very easily. And I think it's very pretty. It can be purchased at either Sephora or at Ulta. It is $28, which is fairly typical. I personally will say the one thing I'm not a fan of these boxes that do this. I like the old school ones. Let me see if I have any. Yep, Coralista, where the lid comes off. I don't know why I like it. And I will say it has that same scent, like that little bit of a florally scent as Coralista and some of their others like that. I love that scent to it. Right now, honestly, this is probably, along with my Chanel blush, is probably one of my most grabbed for blushes right now. It just is one of those colors that just lightens up my face without looking overly made up, and just has a beautiful, beautiful look to it. It's really become one of my favorites for this time of year. It's a nice fall blush that just has that natural flush to your skin. So pigmentation on this, I think, is probably about a 3.5 out of 5, because it's not middle of the road. It does have decent pigmentation, as you kind of saw right here, but it isn't, and it doesn't look to be, or nor would anyone think it to be, you know, a crazy blush. Like, it's not going to try and be, it's like, it's not trying to look like this. You know what I mean? It's not trying to be crazy pigmented color. It is what it is. And I think for the color it is supposed to be, it's a decent pigmentation. You know what, one other thing I'm going to show you guys real quick, just because somebody had mentioned this on a video, and this is NARS Orgasm. Okay, NARS Orgasm is over here. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of how that might work for your skin, if NARS, Orgasm, and colors like that, the Lorac Exposed work for you, then this will work for you. If those do not work for you, this is obviously not going to work for you. So I think the pigmentation on this is decent, but I do think that you need a nice dense brush to put it on. The texture is amazing. It is so soft, as all of their box blushes are. They just feel so nice and are just such a nice creamy texture to them. So it's a good 5 out of 5. Longevity, I don't have any problems with it lasting on my skin. It looks like this after a while, no matter what I do. It's just very pretty and very healthy looking, very nice. So longevity is good with me. It's a good 4 out of 5. Application, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 simply because I feel as if you need a dense brush. If you use a really fluffy, like stippling style brush, you are not going to get the right pigmentation on this. It is definitely going to be a highlighter with a brush like that. So you definitely have to play with the application and figure out what works best for you. Packaging, I'm going to say it's a 3. Again, I'm just not a fan of this whole part. I don't know, that gets in my way. It annoys me. It doesn't ever stay back when you go to close it. I don't know. I just prefer being able to take the whole thing off. And that's an old way of doing it. And I know they changed it, probably because people lost the lid, but it is what it is. So packaging is just fine. It's a 3. Price, I think $28 is fairly decent. It's middle of the road, fairly common, not horrible for a blush, but not great. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. The product overall on this, I think it's a good solid 4. This is definitely something I'll be grabbing for a lot throughout the winter as well. It applies very nicely and just gives me that nice, as I said before, healthy flush and glow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Benefit Rockateur blush. Please let me know if you have any other questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. I wanted to mention also that this product has no scent to it. It has, it's hard to explain the fact that it has no scent. Like, it's hard to put that into words. Have you ever smelled just a basic body lotion that is unscented? That's what it smells like, because yes, it's unscented, but it has a scent, if you know what I mean. And that's exactly what it smells like. So there you go. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. Please let me know if you have any other questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.